Welcome back to the Art of Self-Mastery. My name is Master Johnson, and I'm here to make things make sense for you. This is the infancy of my channel. Feel free to do the things with the buttons. You know who I'm talking about. A little inside joke with some of the individuals that have already been here. Shout out to you guys. To the returning subscribers, to the returning individuals, tap in inside of the comments. Go ahead and put tap in right there inside the comments. Again, for those that are new to seeing my face, I make things make sense. And if I make some things make sense for you here in this video, which I will, go ahead and just do the things with the buttons. Let's dive on in. Negative emotions, limiting beliefs. Okay, a belief is the same thing that you think over and over again. And from that belief, you will be able to build a construct of an identity within the belief of what you continuously believe. Now, notice how I said believe and not think. Thinking is a verb. It is an action. Belief is more so just I guess you could say, a fluid energy that just comes and goes. See, your thoughts, they come and go like clouds in the sky, but your beliefs, those are things that you are automatically going to allow yourself to be persuaded and seduced by. And then thinking is an action that you are doing and that you are taking and that you are condensing your thought process, your awareness into. So there's three kinds of states that I want you to understand about your mind. The very first one is in beliefs. What is beliefs? A thing that you continue to think. Now, what is thinking? Thinking is a verb, okay? So belief is something that comes and goes like emotions or clouds in the sky. Thinking is, I'm going to choose to believe in this. I'm going to choose to think this. I'm going to choose exactly what it is that I'm going to take from this belief and create an identity out of. Is it making sense? Now, this is some high-level conscious information, so if it's not making sense right now, just rewatch the video a few times. I'm sure it's going to click eventually. What I need you to understand is beliefs and thinking, two separate things. So, what do I do with my negative thoughts? Or are they limiting beliefs? Well, if thoughts, aka thinking, okay, are one and the same, okay? Thoughts are the things that come. Thinking is the verb, the action that we're taking inside of those thoughts, right? Continuously harnessing in our awareness on that. Beliefs, right? Beliefs are something where they come and go, all right? Now, what you're going to understand is they're one and the same, but they're completely different at the same time. So let me just make sure that you guys get this. A belief is something that comes and goes like emotions, okay? Thoughts, they come and go too. So in that kind of quadrant, they're the same thing. But thinking is choosing to believe in the thoughts that keep on coming by. It's the ones that you decided to go ahead and take and then make your own, okay? So now that we've kind of got through that, I need you to understand is you are not your thoughts. I'm about to tear you up. I don't know if you're ready for this. You are not your thoughts. You are the receiver of your thoughts, okay? Bob Proctor stated it brilliantly, but your brain is not only a receiver, but it is a transmitter, if you will, okay? So that means that you can tune your mind into receiving specific kind of thoughts based off of the vibration that you're operating at and the frequency that you are now frequently on. Now, this is some high-level stuff, so again, don't beat yourself up if you have no idea what I'm talking about. If you do, please inside of the chat say, I understand. So that way I know how to kind of tailor my content here for you guys on YouTube. That would definitely help me out. But nevertheless, I'm going to assume that you know what I am talking about. When your mind is operating at a specific frequency, you are going to receive specific thoughts. It's pretty much that simple. Now, as your emotions change throughout your day, you are going to allow those emotions to impress your subconscious, therefore tuning your mind to a frequency or an emotion that is going to generate the connection, or in other words, the other side of attracting a thought along the same frequency. So let me put this inside of a way that it actually makes sense. If you're in a bad mood, you're not going to get good thoughts. You see how that goes? If you're in a good mood, you most likely are going to get better feeling thoughts, right? Now, thinking is a verb. A belief is something that you continue to believe and say over and over again. So here's what I need you to understand. Your beliefs essentially are going to create the action of thinking. And then if you think based out of a belief that you once had, okay, then what's going to happen is you're only going to be thinking of negative outcomes. What does that look like as an example? All right. I believe that at the end of this month, I may not have the money to afford rent. And if that's a belief that has been casted, okay, then now in comes the thoughts that say, if you don't have the money to pay rent, well, then this is going to happen, and then this is going to happen, and then this is going to happen. And then because of those thoughts, now that belief and that thought and that thinking really starts to create a way of being, or in other words, a frequency, an energetic alignment to feelings and thoughts and beliefs, here we go, that do not feel good because you don't feel good. So here it is, plain and simple. Like attracts like. Have you ever heard of the term thoughts become things? Yeah, well, the reason why the thought became a thing is because you believed in the thought. Oh, I'm about to just rip you up. All right, just stick with me, okay? Because you're going to love this. If you were to watch the TV and all of the things on the TV, you decided that you were going to believe, that would be kind of crazy, right? That would be absolutely nuts. Out of all of the things that you see on TV, you're going to believe in every single little thing. Okay, well, you can understand, number one, you're not a damn TV. Number two, that's just information on a screen. Number three, you get to use discernment and decisiveness to decide what you're going to allow yourself to agree with, and then what you're going to discard. Well, guess what? Since you don't believe everything on the TV, why would you believe every thought that you have? Why would you believe all the thoughts that you have? Why does the negative thoughts turn to limiting beliefs? It's because you haven't done anything to release those thoughts. Watch this. That's only if you caught them. Because the thing is every single emotion that comes and goes is a temporary emotion, isn't it? Every cloud in the sky is a temporary cloud, isn't it? So imagine if you create something permanent out of something that was temporary, based off of what you chose to focus on and then give your energy to. Hello, there it is. Brennan, how do I get rid of negative thoughts? Stop paying your attention to them. But Brandon, these limiting beliefs are coming up nonstop. All I want to do is start the business, start the podcast. But then the moment that I try to start the podcast or the business, all I can think about is all the reasons why this is dumb, why it's not going to work, and why I'm going to get rejected. Are those just fears? I think they are. Are those just thoughts that are born out of a fear-based mentality? I think they are. Are you believing in the fear? I think you are. So here's what I want you to do. Instead of trying to deal with the negative thoughts, stop identifying with them and understand that that's not you. That's just information that's passing by. So the way that you stay away from limiting beliefs, my friends, is you develop your mind by choosing a focus that leads to more positive beliefs. What does that mean? Get started before your mind does. Get into the expression of your character, the expression of what brings you joy before your mind starts to sabotage it. And that's a whole another video within itself. But to really kind of put a cap on this, number one, you're not your thoughts. You're not even the thinker of your thoughts. You're the receiver of them. But just because you receive something doesn't mean you have to keep it. Let it pass by. Let it flow. Do not give your identity and your essence to a limiting belief that then turns to actively thinking, that then turns to reality manifesting, all based off of the frequency that you decided to radiate and emanate at. No. Think good things. And then feel good things. And then practice the repetition and the pattern of those things. Now, if you need assistance with this, I don't know why you're not in my community. Literally find the link in my freaking description somewhere in the comments. Get in there now. This is the infancy of it. And I'm not going to be taking on any more too much more people into that dang community because there's too many people coming in. So here's the deal. At the infancy of this channel, it is also the infancy of that community. I'd suggest that you go ahead and come on in and do what you can to get away from videos and information and get into implementation so you can finally change your life. Boom. My name is Master Johnson and I make masters. If you feel like you're ready to become a master, then you know exactly what you need to do. If not, I'll see you on the next one. You guys take care.